All right, get down to business for a Monday. Gonna try and make this quick. You were given a worksheet a while back that says factor on it. The side that we are on today is when A is not 1. Those are the two examples, these two problems right here. I'm gonna walk through that and show you how to do those. So let's get to it. The process is quite simple to when A is 1, although in this process, because A is not 1, we first need to multiply A times C, or 3 times 4, which is 12. That's a difference. There's a couple of differences. We're still going to list our factors of 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, 5 no, 6 yes listed, 7 no, 8 no, 9 no, 10 no. Of these factors, we want a negative 4. That process doesn't change. How do I get a negative 4? I get a negative 4 with a negative 6 and a positive 2. These are the factors that I'm going to use to rewrite. So 3x squared plus 2x minus 6x minus 4. Again, no different than what we've done before. This step, group GCF. So we're going to group the first two terms and last two terms. And we're going to take out the GCF of each one. And if this gets a little bit cumbersome for you, just kind of cover this up and look at this. What is the greatest common factor here? Numerically, 1 doesn't change anything. Variably, it's an x. So when I divide, I get x plus 2. Now, just cover up the other one. When you do this, in this process, factoring when A is not 1, you want these two parentheses to be the same. This is how you know you've done the process correctly. I have a negative 6x. I want a positive x right here. How do I get a positive? And that is not right. I need a 3x. Sorry, that wasn't going to work. There we go. I knew something was wrong. Okay, 3x squared divided by x is 3x. So right here, I need a positive 3x. How do I get a positive 3x? Well, 6 divided by 2 gives me 3, but a negative divided by a positive is negative. I don't want a negative, I want a positive. So I'm going to divide out a negative 2. This gives me a plus 3x. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 gives me a positive 2. Like I said, I want these two parentheses to be the same. Now, what I took out becomes one factor. What's in parentheses, what's repeated, is the other. Okay? So again, let's walk through that process again. I'm going to multiply A times C, or 4 times 5, which is 20, and I'm going to list its factors. 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 3 is not a factor, 4 and 5, 5 is listed, 6 no, 7 no, 8 no, 9, 10 listed. Done. Which factors give me negative 12? I want a negative 2 and a negative 10, 4x squared, minus 2x, minus 10x, plus 5. Group, make sure that you include the negative with the 10, okay? Be cautious of that. And GCF, this is the part where a lot of students get confused, okay? What is the greatest common factor here? 99% of the time, a variable will be in common. 4 divided by 4 and 2, the greatest common factor there is 2. So I'm taking out a 2x. 4 divided by 2 is 2. X squared by x is x. 2x divided by 2x is 1. But a negative divided by a positive is negative. I want my other grouping over here. I want the first term to be like this. 2x and 2x, they need to match. So in order to, I have a negative. In order to get a positive, I have to divide by another negative. Greatest common factor is 5. So I'm taking out a negative 5. Get 2x minus 1. Both my parentheses are the same. What I took out becomes one factor. What's in parentheses is the other, minus 1. If you're not sure at this point, double check. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5. So you could always do a quick double check with that. All right? Then we went ahead and we talked about, in class, we talked about question 6, and we had a couple of examples that related them to a model. I'm only going to cover 1 or 2 of those, and then we're going to move on to 8 because I don't want the video to be very long. But when you look at question number 6 here, part A, it's having us draw a model. Okay, fine, draw a model. what is that model going to look like when it gives me one factor of x plus 3? Well, everything starts with the basic square. One side is x plus 3. Doesn't matter. I could put plus 3 on this side, plus 3. I kind of prefer 3 on the bottom. Right? X, 1, 2, 3. There's my x plus 3. In total, I have 2x squareds, 7x's, and 3 single squares. Well, I have 1x. I need 2. I've already added to the one side. I can't add any more to this left side. I got to add to the top. So there's my 2x's right there. I have to keep my model a rectangle, so I have to fill this in. That gives me 6 total x's. But I need 7. Well, if I can't add to this side, I add my 1x to this side. And my 3 single unit squares come by filling in and making my rectangle complete. So 2x plus 1, that's the other side. Okay? We can do this again. How about 5x squared plus 8x plus 3? We're going to start with the basic original square. That might not be big enough. I'm going to draw it a little bit bigger. And it gives me x plus 1 as one of the sides. So, over here, x and 1, or x plus 1. I can't do anything to this side. It's already x plus 1. It has to stay there. I need I can lengthen the other side. I need 5x squareds. Here's 1. Well, gee, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. But I have to keep it a rectangle. How many does that give me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 8. So 6, 7, 8. Sorry about the crack in the board there. So now I have 8 total x's, and I need 3 single unit squares, which I get. X, 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 1, 1, 1. So what's my other side? 5 x's plus 3. Double check your work. X times 5x is 5x squared. 1 times 3 is 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8. Works out. Question number 8. If you flip over on the back, if you want help, if you want to do the last one, you want help with that, let me know. Most people probably aren't going to say anything. Question 8. Now we get back to the factor by grouping process. All right? Because it's easier in drawing a model. I don't want to draw one all the time. 8 times c, 3 times 5. Write that down. You're going to want to write that down. I'm telling you. List your factors. 1 and 15. 3 and 5. Because 2 is not a factor. 4 is not. 5 is it's listed. 6 no, 7 no, 8 no, 9 no, 10 no. Which factors of 15 give me 16? Both positive. So 3x squared plus x plus 15x plus 5. Use these factors to expand your problem. Group. Really? Already? Group. And take out that GCF. Over here, my greatest common factor is x. So I'm left with 3x. X divided by x is 1, right? Any number over itself is 1, not x. And then over here, I got to factor out. I want this second parenthesis to be 3x plus 1. 15x divided by what gives me 3x? Well, 15 divided by 5 is 3. I get to keep the x. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so plus 1. Both of them are the same. What I took out, x plus 5 becomes one factor. 3x plus 1 becomes the other. The next problem that we did, which was the next one here. I'm going to come back over here, and we're going to get 2x squared minus 13x plus 15. Multiply. 2 times 15. Yes, it's 30. It's a big number. All right? List your factors. 1 and 30. 2 and 15. Well, 3 go into 30. 10. 4 go into 30. No. 5 go into 30. Yes. Yes, it's listing a lot of factors. Okay? But there's a reason for that. Which factors will give me negative 13? Well, gee, 15 minus 2 is negative 13. But 3 and 10 also will give me negative 13. Gee, which factors do I use? Well, if I use 15 and 2, and we go through well, think about it. I need them to add to give me a negative 3, but I need them to multiply to give me a positive 30, right? Because I had to multiply A times C, that's a positive 30. The only way I get a positive 30 is if I multiply two positives together or two negatives. So in this case, I need to use negative 3 and negative 10 because that's going to give me a positive 30. So 2x squared minus 3x minus 10x plus 15. And if you made a mistake and used 2 and 15, I'll let you know it won't factor right. So that tells me one of two things. Either I used the wrong factors or it's not factorable. So now we're going to group, divide out the common factor, which is x. Yeah, I could have put that out there. So 2x minus 3. And I want this over here to be 2x minus 3 as well. So what do I need to divide to get a positive? I need to divide by a negative. 2 divided by 10 divided by what is 2? 10 divided by 5. So I take out a negative 5. And I get 2x, and I get minus 3. Same. What I take out. And here's a quick check. Multiply these two, I get 2x squared. Multiply these two, I get a positive 15. Okay? If you did it the other way, your factors, it will not factor out. I'm telling you, it will not factor. So, and then for your work, when you come to class, for those who weren't here, C or D, either one, try one of those on your own. If you have questions, let me know.